Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the project. But before we do that, let's open our workbooks, page 96, page 96, exercise I. Read the list of ingredients for the pasta salad. So we'll be making here a pasta salad. Are there any ingredients that you don't like? What would you replace them with? Would you add anything? So this is the ingredients here for the pasta salads. For the pasta salad, we have pepper, we have parsley, we have onion, chopped of course, we have mayonnaise, yogurt, and we have Tabasco sauce, which for my preference, I don't like. So I'll be removing the Tabasco sauce. So here's the order here. Number the instructions. So here we have instructions on how to make a pasta salad. Number the instructions in the right order. If you know how to make a pasta salad, this would be easy for you. Number one is already done for you. Boil the pasta in a large pan of water with half a tablespoon of salt and 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil for about 12 minutes. So read the rest of the steps here and try to come up with the second step, the third step, 4, 5, and so on. So of course we have until 9 steps here. So this is the first one. We have 9 steps. So what would be step number 2 here? Step number 2 would be, yes, rinse and let it cool in a colander. So we'll be rinsing it and make it cool in the colander. So number 3 would be, number 3 here is to chop the parsley and spring onions. Finally, dice the peppers and put them in a bowl. So we're learning how to cook here. Number 4, which one is step number 4 here? So number 4 would be to add salt, pepper, and a dash of soy sauce. Number 5, what's step number 5? So number 5, to put the pasta in a large bowl and mix in the tuna with vegetables, add the mayonnaise and stir. So, and number 6 would be add a dash of Tabasco sauce. Of course, for me, I wouldn't make this 6th step here. And number 7, take the tuna out of the tin and mash it with the fork, then mix with the chopped vegetables. Number 8, to cover the bowl with cling up or foil and leave it in the refrigerator for about 8 hours. Number 9, serve cold with slices of tomato and cucumber. So even though it's pasta salad, pasta, you serve it cold. You serve it cold with slices of tomato and cucumber. Exercise J, page 96. Answer the questions. So this is, of course, you can answer these questions according to your own preference. Do you always have a salad with your meal? What kind of salad? So if you have a meal, a lunch or dinner, do you always have salad with it? And if you do, what kind of salad? Of course, if you do, if you don't, this is according to your own preference, according to your own habit, eating habits. Do you have salad with your meals? So number 1 for me, do you always every meal? Of course not for me. I said sometimes, not always, and usually it's green salad. Usually it's green salad. Do you always have salad with your meal? No, sometimes, not always. Usually it's green salad. Number 2, do you always have dessert? What kind of dessert do you prefer? Do you always have dessert after you finish your meal? You want something sweet? You always have dessert? And what kind of dessert do you like? So this is, as the first question, this is according to your own eating habits. No, not always, but when I do, I prefer cheesecake. No, do you always have dessert? No, not always. But when I do, I prefer cheesecake. Question number 3 here. Which vegetables are more popular in your country and why? So what do you think is the most popular vegetable here in Saudi Arabia? Which vegetables are popular in your country, whether if you're Saudi or not? Which vegetable is popular in your country, and why are they popular? So you can come up with the answer here and then explain why. Which vegetable or vegetables are popular? Again, which vegetables are because they are countable here. More popular in your country and why? Of course, I answered tomatoes, onions, and pepper. This is my own answer. You can answer with something else because they are in most meals here. Because you use them with most meals. If you want to make eggs like shakshuka, you put onions and tomatoes. If you want to make rice, for example, like kabsa, you put tomatoes and onions also. Number 4 here. Which meat dishes are more popular and why? Do you know some meat dishes here? Some meat dishes. Where there's meat in the recipe. Do you know any meat dishes that are popular here? And why are they popular? So I answered here kabsa and maybe hanid because they are very delicious. Kabsa or maybe hanid because they are delicious. Is yogurt a staple in people's diets? Why or why not? Is yogurt a staple in people's diet? You always eat yogurt. Why or why not? Of course, you answer this on your own, according to your own opinion here. I said no, it's not. But other dairy products are like milk or buttermilk here, like buttermilk or maybe cheese, because they are healthy, of course, and you can find them in every supermarket. Exercise K here, page 97. So turn to page 97. Study the pictures. So open page 97 and look at the pictures and write down as many 2-word and 3-word phrasal verbs as you can. If you remember the 2-word and 3-word phrasal verbs. Use the phrasal verbs to write sentences about the pictures. So open your books, page 97, and write a 2-word phrasal verbs or 3-word phrasal verbs for the pictures. Use the phrasal verbs then to write sentences about the picture. So we'll be writing some sentences here. So the 2-word phrasal verbs here. Can you write 2-word phrasal verbs from the picture? So let's see together what I've written here. Go out, meaning to eat, of course. Dig into a meal, which means you're going to eat now. Bite into, eat up your dinner, drink up, pick at, of course, referring to food here. So these are some of the 2-word phrasal verbs that I came up from the pictures. So what about 3-word phrasal verbs here? Can you come up with 3-word phrasal verbs? So I've written here, sit down to a meal, of course, sit down to, referring to a meal. Get taken out to a restaurant, for example, someone taking you to a restaurant. Catch up over, to catch up over dinner or lunch, to catch up over. So now that we have written some 2 or 3 phrasal verbs from the pictures, of course, maybe you've written some different 2 or 3 phrasal verbs. Now that you have a collection of phrasal verbs, try to come up with some sentences you can write about the pictures using the 2 or 3 phrasal verbs. So the first sentence, for example, here, what have you written using 2-word phrasal verbs or 3-word phrasal verbs? So for example, I've written here, the boy's father suggested they go out and catch up over dinner. They sat down to an excellent meal and had a very good time. So the boy's father suggested they go out and catch up over dinner. They sat down to an excellent meal and had a very good time. Number 2. So number 2, I've written, for example, the boy's father expected him to pick at to pick at his food, but he was hungry and dug in with enthusiasm. Number 3, I've written, when they had eaten up and drank up, they paid the check and left. So these are the sentences that I've written using the words I've chosen in the chart here. Of course, maybe you had came up with different words and written some different sentences. It's correct. There's no right or wrong answer. Exercise L here, write a description of a famous dish in your country. Answer the following questions in your essay. What is the name of the food? What are the ingredients? How do you make it? What does it taste like? Do you like it? Why or why not? When do people usually eat it? For example, breakfast, lunch, dinner, during a special holiday or a snack. So here's a graph to help you write name of the food. For example, I've chosen shakshuka. It's a well-known food here. So we have to fill all of these boxes here. Let's say, what does it taste like? Do you like it? When do you eat it? How do you make it? What are the ingredients? So the first one is, what does it taste like? It tastes like eggs, or you can say maybe like tomatoes, because these are the ingredients. How do you make it? First, chop the onions and tomatoes and fry them on the pan. Then add the eggs and mix them together. So this is how you make it. Do you like it? Yes, I like it very much. The ingredients: eggs, onions, and tomatoes. When do you eat it? We usually eat it on breakfast. So we usually eat shakshuka for breakfast. Usually eat shakshuka for breakfast. Then when you have finished writing your, I chose shakshuka. Maybe you will choose something else, kabsa or some sort of any other meal, pasta, for example. Then write the ingredients. When do you eat it? Do you like it? And so on. And after you finish, write your essay. Use your graphic organizer to help you. So if you remember, on our previous lesson, we took the count and non-count nouns, the singular and the plural. This is the count. We add the S. And the non-count, we can't count like all liquids, for example, tea, and for example here, rice. We took the expressions of quantity, some and any. Some, if you remember, comes with affirmative statements. Any comes with negatives and questions, of course. Then we took the would like. We use would like as a polite way to state a choice or preference. I would like some coffee. I would like to go, and so on. And we read the fun fact about the pizza in Italy and the name. Where's the name? The Margherita pizza. Where's the name coming from? From here, Queen Margherita, and so on. And we learned some words connected with recipes, learning to the dish, the quantity, half or a quarter, the ingredients here, the actions, the utensils, and the cooking methods, whether you fry, you bake, you roast, you grill, and so on. Then we took the expressions of quantity, few and many with count nouns, little and much with non-count nouns. Then we took the sequence words first, then after that, finally, and so on. Jumping to today's lesson, the objectives: to list snacks and desserts in your country, make a poster about desserts and snacks in different countries. Work in pairs or groups, make a list of snacks and desserts in your country and research snacks and desserts in other countries of the Arab world. Add 2 more countries. Gather information and make notes in the chart about the name of the dessert or snack, the origin, the ingredients, the preparation, way it's served, presented, occasions. Select the photos or drawings. Use your notes to make a poster or a PowerPoint presentation for your class. This is the chart here. The country of origin: Saudi Arabia, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, and so on. The name of the dessert or snack. What do you like here? Dessert: Syria, maybe baklava, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan. The ingredients: what is it made of? The ingredients of the dessert. The preparation: how do you make it? The preparation. The presentation: how do you present it on the plate? and the occasion. Do you usually eat it every day, or do you eat it on special occasions? And once you're finally done, do a class survey and find out which are the most popular desserts and snacks. Do a class survey and find out which are the most popular desserts and snacks. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.